I'm chef and author Kristen Kish, and today I'm in Long Beach, California, a city known for its maritime history, beach town vibes, and artistic sensibility. I will be guided by a true Long Beach native, Kristin Rodriguez. Hello.
Hi, Kristen.
How are you?
I brought you some pastries.
Kristen has worked in some of the most exclusive restaurants on the West Coast, but her true passion has been to bring the café of her dreams to Long Beach. She'll tell me about leaving her hometown, show me some of the amazing sights that brought her back here, and together we'll make some delicious baked goods. We all have an affinity for where we're from. We live there, we grow there, we make memories, and dream big dreams there. Where did you even start? And then, at some point, we push past its boundaries to explore the world beyond. Sometimes we put down roots in a new place. Other times, we choose to take the road back home. Okay, can we dig into these?
Yeah, let's do it.
Tell me what we got.
So we have a twice-baked almond croissant. We have a pear Danish with a hazelnut crumble and a cardamom pastry cream. And then we have our Queen Amande.
Okay. Yes, I'm just destroying this.
Are you a pastry person?
I am, you know why? Because I can't make them. I mean, it is a skill and it's an art.
It takes a lot of time, yeah.
Yeah.
My bakery, Colossus, we really specialize in old world sourdough bread, croissants. We do like a lot of fruit fillings, seasonal fillings.
So we'll get more into the chef stuff, but I always say that in order to know a chef, you need to understand who they are and where they came from. So I've never been to Long Beach before.
Oh, welcome.
So where are we and what are we looking at?
So we're right across from the Queen Mary. We're at like the tip of Long Beach. We're at the lighthouse, which is kind of cool because I spent a lot of time here when I was a kid.
So you're from Long Beach, right?
Yeah, I was born and raised here. My family's been here for about 4 generations.
Being Long Beach feels so far departed from Los Angeles. And even me never having visited Long Beach, I do know there's definitely a distinct difference.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're close enough to everything in LA, but it has its own vibe and its own small town vibe, its own culture, a lot of small businesses.
All right, so I know this view is probably on every postcard of Long Beach, but where do you go when you want to go where the locals go?
We're gonna go to Retro Row, which is where I hung out all through college, and we're gonna go to Vine. It's a great spot.
Great. I love all the art and architecture in Long Beach. You can just tell it has a rich culture. Kristen mentioned heading to Retro Row, where there are a ton of vintage stores and kitschy shops with a few fun bars and restaurants as well. I'm into it. This place is amazing.
In college, I used to actually work at the coffee shop that's right on the corner, and I would come here all the time.
We hear a lot of times about people making the transition into being a cook. For you, was it something that you felt was already part of you? And did you have an innate ability to create amazing pastries?
I mean, I think I always knew I wanted to work in food, and I kind of always wanted to own like a neighborhood cafe, but I didn't know how to get there. And I was really interested in bread, and I mean, at that time, there weren't very many bakeries in LA making sourdough bread. I'd always loved San Francisco, and I figured, where else would you go to learn how to make sourdough bread, right?
And how long did you stay in San Francisco?
I was there for a few years. I worked in a production bakery. I was the bread baker. I think it was great for me professionally, but my family's here. So I always knew I would come back eventually, and the timing was just sort of right when I did. I was really determined, and I was like, I'm doing it, you know?
So knowing more about you and your passion, I want to go see your amazing bakery and get into the kitchen and learn hopefully everything that's in your brain.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Teach me everything. You can tell that the people of Long Beach take a lot of pride in their town. I appreciate all the locally owned businesses, and I'm excited to finally go to Kristin's bakery. I'm gonna try all of the things.
Oh, wow.
This is so great.
This is Colossus Belmont Shore. Welcome. I would love to show you how to make our baklava croissant today.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, so for those of people maybe watching that have never eaten or made a baklava, how would you describe the flavor, the taste, and the technique?
So I think baklava is a little different anywhere you go. We use a mixture of pistachios and walnuts, and then we use a lot of spices. And then we also add orange blossom water, we add a little bit of rose water, which is like a little bit more of a Middle Eastern flair. Cool. So we're gonna start with making the syrup. It has a ton of spices in it, which we've already measured out. Cinnamon sticks, star anise, black cardamom, cloves. So I'm adding water, honey, and sugar. We're gonna bring this over to the stove. We're gonna bring it up to a boil. Once it's at a boil, we're gonna turn it down. We're just gonna simmer it for about an hour really low. We're gonna cool it, and then we'll put that in our filling.
Fantastic.
All right, we've already made our filling. It's nice and round and thick right now. That's what's really gonna help it keep its shape when it bakes.
So was it important for you to incorporate some of your Greek background into the pastries and the things that you wanted to serve to people?
I think it was important to me actually with opening this space to make sure that people understood my perspective and to really have fun, I guess, with the flavors.
Well,
And
it also
yeah.
just brings something that is uniquely you, because I think we learn a lot of other people's visions throughout the way and through our career. But the thing that we all have to remember is the only story that hasn't been told through food is our own story.
It's definitely fun, I think, to see yourself in your food, and it doesn't have to be something pretentious. I hope that people eat it and they think it's fun, but then they also taste new flavors in it.
Sure.
So come on over, we're
Yes.
gonna roll. It's a pretty stiff filling. We're just gonna kind of slowly round around it and push it into a tube, and then you're gonna roll it just so that it overlaps a little bit.
Okay. So when you first decided that leap of, I'm gonna leave Long Beach and I'm gonna go to San Francisco, walk me through the process of leaving and then that desire to come back and knowing that you were very strong in your vision of what you wanted to create.
Yeah, I think when I left Long Beach, I was seeking more experience. And I was in my pastry chef position. I was making these same kinds of pastries every day, and I was managing it all by myself. And that was a moment of realization for me that even though it was a big step for me and it was scary, I knew I could do it. I thought it would be meaningful for my community here back at home.
You are probably the starting bell of hopefully more people adding value and continuously pushing for this idea that you would love to see Long Beach. And you are a pioneer in that sense. So well done to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very
I
much.
think we're all just doing the best we can to inspire each other and to make good food.
Yeah,
And
well, you're
that's-
doing it.
That's what I'm here for. So we're gonna take these to the proofer and then we're gonna bake them.
Fantastic.
So this is our baklava syrup, and they're ready.
I will eat
Are
it
you
now.
ready?
Yes,
It's gonna be a little messy.
that's totally great.
Just
I'm
go
gonna
for it.
go.
Yeah. I like that chocolate.
Oh my God. You honestly can taste every spice that you described, every spice that went in that syrup. The orange blossom water, that's so
It's
good.
my favorite flavor. I sneak it in wherever I can.
Wow. Thank you so much. It's always such a pleasure to meet really talented people with great stories to tell, so I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to Long Beach.
You gonna eat that? I'm good now. I absolutely loved meeting Kristen and seeing Long Beach. There are a ton of other spots I need to visit here, so I'll definitely be back.